Hi, Heather here from Creative Kiwi. I've put together a very quick video showing how to make a quick and cute Halloween treat bags. The sample I'm going to show is the mummy bag. Now I've made the bags in felt because they're cute and it gives it a nice body, but because the seams are fully encased, you can actually use fabrics. I do show in one of the instructions one of the bags made using fabric. I'm going to get straight into it. Now, these designs need to be stitched on water-soluble stabiliser. This is so you can remove all traces of the stabiliser at the end. I use 2 layers of the fabric type stabiliser, and as you can see here, even with the small hoops, I do pin at the edges just so that completely stable within the hoop. Very simple design. The first step is just to stitch the placement line onto your stabiliser. Now I'm using a dark thread so you can see, but you should just use a thread that's fairly neutral. Now what we're going to do is just tape a piece of ribbon in for the wee handle. Now there's 2 guidelines on that placement line, and you can stick your piece of ribbon anywhere inside those lines. So you don't want the ribbon to be over the lines, just to stop it getting caught in your hoop. Now we place our first piece of fabric over the guideline, and we're just going to attach them. All the bags follow the same construction technique. The difference is just the design stitched on the front. So for this particular one, it's just straight out the stitching. So we're going straight in to stitch that mummy design. The magic of video. Now what we're going to do is just line the back of that design. So we're just placing or floating a piece of fabric behind the hoop. I'm just using cotton just to keep bulk down. So this step's just going to attach that front lining. Now this has got 2 uses, I guess. One, you won't be able to see any of the stitching on the inside the bag, and it also just makes sure that those straps are fully attached. Now what we're going to do, I missed the video, you're just going to cut that top piece off on the front and the back of the hoop. Pretty self-explanatory. Now we're just going to do a decorative bit just to make that front piece finished. I used matching bobbin thread at this point. This is the most important step. You need to take that piece of ribbon and fold it down over the front to keep it away from the stitch line, because we're just going to add the back. That's how simple these bags are. So just tape it down. A little bit awkward there, it's just the angle of the video. So here we are, we're just going to use again a piece of felt, and we're just going to float that under the hoop, or you can remove your hoop and take this in place. And we're just going to do the next stitch, which will just attach your bag back. Now we're just going to cut away all the excess fabric on the front and the back of the hoop. And the last step is just to go back to the machine and do that final second stitch end. And again, I did use matching bobbin thread. There you go, there's the bag done. Now we're just going to cut away this water-soluble stabiliser at the edges. But you'll see there's still that little bit right there at the top where you can't quite open the bag. Now you can either flip it, as I'm showing here, just to remove some of the water-soluble stabiliser, Or as I found later, the easiest way is just to use some hot water and a Q-tip, or soak the entire bag in hot water, whichever you prefer. But there you go. Now you've got a very cute little bag. There's just 2 little pieces of cotton just to get rid of it, the side there, which were the placement lines, and there's your bag. Now the design set does include 4x4 and 5x5 size. I love the little 4x4. I just think they're so cute, and I've made them for the neighbours' kids, so there's not too many worries in them. Thanks for watching.